Good evening. We'll see if anybody jumps on or not. I know a lot of people will be watching the Jubilee, so we will see if anybody comes on. Hi, Zach. Hi, Emma. I know a lot of people will be watching the Jubilee tonight, so I'm conscious that there might not be a lot of people jump on, but we'll see how many we can get up to. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Mary. Hi, Sky. I was watching the Jubilee thing and then I got fed up with it a bit, so I thought I would come on and see if there was anybody on here. I'm not expecting big numbers because I know there will be a lot of people who are watching it, which is fair enough. I was watching it myself, but say I got fed up. Hi, Jade. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Paul. Yeah, I was watching. I don't know what you were thinking of, or if you were watching it, but I was watching it, and after all the hype, to be fair, I was a bit. She was asking about Morgan. Morgan, God lover, is still hanging on. Yeah, it was a bit. It was getting boring. I was getting fed up with it. She is still hanging on. Tuesdays are day for induction. We kind of hoped she would go before it, but she seems to be hanging on. God love her. We thought there would have been a baby over the weekend, but it's not looking like it. What's the cracks like? Not an awful lot, son. To be fair, not an awful lot. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Hells. Yeah, unless there's any change. Nola, is that right? Yeah, I'm fine, Melissa. I am good, all good. Is Nola new? That looks like a new name. Nola, I can't pronounce that. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, so I don't. Yes, Nola. We always like to try and read for the new ones, Nola, so I will try and do a reading for you, so I will. Everybody's fine, everybody's doing good. So they are. Right, Nola, I'll just explain to you how I work on here, darling, as your new CR. I'll start off with the cards, hopefully bring you some messages through the cards. Hi, Nikki. Oh, you're fine. I'll bring you some messages through the cards. Spirit sometimes comes through with the cards and sometimes they don't. I don't promise you that they will, or I just go with the flow. So if Spirit does come through, I'll tell you that I'm working with Spirit, because I'll set the cards aside and I'll let you know that it's Spirit I'm working with. But unless I tell you it's Spirit I'm working with, it's just the cards I'm working with. And if you can also, when I do talk to you, if you can try to type in as quick as you can your replies so that I can keep the link going whenever it comes in. So we will try for Nola. So we will. 10 on, that's not too bad, to be fair. I was expecting a lot less. I really didn't think there would be too many on. I thought you'd been all glued to the TV. I'm not a big music lover, to be honest, so I'm not reading half the deck. I'm not a big music lover. I like songs, but I'm not massively. You always feel as if you're missing something though if you don't tune in. Yeah, I can watch it back tomorrow, so I can. It's not. At least tomorrow I can kind of fast forward it past the parts that I don't like. Some of it proper does my head in, so it does. It's not my kind of music. These cards, might have to change cards. I'm going to change cards for you, Nola. These are actually new ones that I brought out just for a change, but they're not working, so I'm going to go back to the ones I usually use. I don't know what made me lift them ones tonight. Oh, you're okay, Nola. Sorry, darling. The first lot of cards I had out weren't giving me anything, so I don't know why I left it then, because they're not the cards that I usually use. So you haven't missed anything yet. So you haven't. So I'm just happy for anybody to be on tonight, because I really wasn't expecting it. I thought people would have been, hi Sarah, I thought people would have been busy with their celebrations and watching. Okay, that one there didn't jump, but that one did. Yeah, nuts for Nola. I don't pick the cards either, Nola, in case you wonder why it's taken me so long. The cards pick you, so I wait till they, hi Joanne, wait till they actually jump out at you. So if it seems like I'm taking forever, it's because, like they just have done there now, the cards will, Alicia Keys and Diana Ross, if I'm not mistaken, whenever I was listening to it or earlier, aren't on until near the end, which could be God only knows what time it's on to. I feel like at the minute, Nola, if you're still with me, darling, that you're holding on to a bit of hope over a situation. And when I mean that you're holding on to a bit of hope, it's a bit of a negative situation at the minute, but you're holding on to the hope that you can try and turn it into a positive one, if that makes sense to you. Okay. As long as it makes sense to you, yeah. The cards are telling me that there is a negative situation, but you're a firm believer in hope, and that you're trying to everything within your powers to try and turn that negative into a positive. And what it's telling me is whenever you're doing this, Nola, you need to shield yourself, like put a cloak of protection nearly around yourself, because there will be people out there who will see you as being like a busybody, or sticking your nose in where it's not wanted, if that makes sense to you. And you nearly need to cloak yourself in this protection, because in order for the situation to be resolved, it's going to need for you to grow nearly like a thick skin, if that makes sense to you. And is in order for it's exactly what's going on. I don't really understand that, but I'll keep going with what I'm seeing is that you really, yes, it's making total sense to me. I'm having a very hard time with the person I thought was a really good friend, and it's not. No, they're going to try to turn this situation round on you. So they're going to try and make you look like you're the bad person, and a very much sense that you need to bring this cloak of protection in around you. And it's nearly as if the magical fairy ring on this card here, it's like a ring of protection, and they're wanting to form this ring of protection around you here to give you the strength and resolve to get you through this situation. But I am being told that you will come through this situation. You just have to there's a saying here of keep your friends close and your enemies closer. You really need to keep an eye on what this person is doing, because I feel like they're very much bad-mouthing you, and oh well, it's just taking a lot. Yeah, I can totally feel that. The last card I got through is to tell you to get outside. I feel like you'll feel more at peace whenever you're around nature. I want you to especially go to somewhere where there's water. I feel like you're very at peace whenever you're around somewhere where there's water. I can see like a wooded area that sort of comes clear, and then there's like I don't know if it's a lake or a pond or something, but I feel like you need to be around this. I have a block from the ocean and I don't take enough time there. Well, what the cards are telling me is that you definitely need to just take that time out from yourself to recharge your batteries. Sit in nature and absorb it. So it is. This person is being very manipulative, and they are trying to manipulate other people into. I feel like they're also trying to make you take the blame for something. But don't give in to them. Don't let them push you into something. You know, don't be taking the blame for something that you didn't do just to please people. That doesn't work, honey. You can't live like that. You have to be true to yourself, and if that means losing their friendship, then so be it, because it means they weren't a friend in the first place. I'm just seeing if there's anything else coming through. I'm being shown a dove, which is obviously, would love to hear from my loved ones. I'm being shown a dove as well in this, Nola, which is a sign of peace. So that means losing their friendship. It's very because I'm such a care. It's such a don't let people walk over me for whatever reason. This seems to be taking a lot of me at this time. Nola, I can only give you advice, Nola. I don't tell anybody what to do. But my advice in this situation would be this is not the kind of person you want in your life anymore. For me, and I think that's why it's taken so much out of you, is because you are such a caring, loving person, and you don't expect this kind of thing to happen from your. No, you're okay. You are such a loving, caring person, and because you are that such loving, caring person, it is taking more out of you. In order for you to completely walk away, it will be so tough on you because that's not in your nature. But this person is really not good for you whatsoever. In fact, they're trying to bring you down, and I don't understand. I can't. I can't understand why they're trying to bring you down, but I'm getting the feeling like they're totally determined to do that, without any reason whatsoever. I'm just asking to see if there's any spirit coming through, but I'm not aware of any spirit stepping through at the minute now. I'm still working with the cards here. I think the message for you tonight, more than spirit, is with what's on the cards, to be honest, Nola. I think they're being quite firm with you in the fact that they're being quite firm with you in the fact that you need to keep a tight rein on who is in your close-knit group, because this person is a backstabber, is what I'm being shown. They're being all sweetness and light to your face, but whenever it comes to you not being there, they're talking about you behind your back, and they're bad-mouthing you and spreading malicious rumours and lies, and that's not really the kind of person that you want in your life at all. And I said, I can only give advice. I can't make you do anything or tell you what to do. I just say what I see on the cards, and what I see is that this person is definitely somebody that I wouldn't have in my life. So I'll leave that with you, what you want to do with that. But what I will say is that I did see the dove, and the dove is a sign of hope and peace. So I do believe that at some point there will be a peaceful resolution, whether it's that you become at peace with the fact that this has to end. But I do feel for you to make that decision and to be able to be at peace with yourself. You're so welcome. No, that's what I'm here for, honey. You're so welcome. But I do feel, in order for you to be at peace with yourself, Nola, get back to being outside, get to the ocean, get to the water, because I feel that whenever you're around the water, you're at your calmest, and that you're at your best place where you can make decisions in your head. So I do feel like if you're not working tomorrow or whatever, go for a stroll, go get out, take half an hour out and go for a walk along the beach or whatever, and just give yourself some headspace and time to think and time to breathe. As I said, there's no spirit has come through there, but I feel that the message for you has been this here, that please rethink the whole relationship here. Take the time out and really deeply think this in your head. I hope that's okay with you, honey. I'll leave that with you. Nola, if the message has resonated with you or it's any you feel that it's been any good, if you could go on to the main page to the reviews bit and leave a wee review for me, because it just helps build my page up if there's reviews on it. I really would appreciate that. That means more to me, doing that, because I can see the difference that it's going to make. I need to head straight around. Yeah, totally, Nola. You need to be giving your focus to yourself at the minute. You need to allow yourself to heal. Yeah, you need to allow yourself to heal, Nola. And I feel like doing that, get yourself out to the, I wish I lived at the ocean, because if I lived at the ocean, I'd be out at it all the time. Just sitting, watching, feeling the breeze. I really feel that is somewhere where you will get a lot of peace from. So it's somewhere where you will heal from. So definitely do that. I say, if you get half an hour tomorrow, go out and sit, and even you're just staring into space, looking at the water, you're giving your mind that freedom and that headspace to just think about things and take time for yourself, because I feel like you don't take enough time for yourself either. So and with that, I'll leave that wee message with you, so I will. Emma, I seen you throw in something about somebody new, Pet, but I didn't see who it was. I don't know why tonight, but I don't know why tonight, but when I'm reading, I'm looking out the window. Oh, Charlotte, okay. Charlotte. Is it Garmori? I'm not even gonna, I'm hopeless. I'll just stick to Charlotte, yeah. I don't know why tonight though, when I'm reading, I feel like I need to be looking out the window. That's not something I normally do, but I haven't been watching the comments, so Charlotte will see what comes through for you, so we will. Oh, I pronounced it correctly. Okay. Waiting for a sign. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I'm just very attracted to out the window tonight. It's not as if there's anything very exciting out my windows. I'm looking into next door neighbours' houses, but I was doing a reading for a private reading was. Yeah, I was doing a private reading for a lady. Friday, I think I was doing a private reading for a lady. Never in my life have I had a dove come to my house. It's always robins and magpies and things. But just as I was doing her reading and I was talking to her, I was on Messenger face to face with her. And just as I was talking to her, this beautiful white dove just came and sat on the windowsill. So it did. Which was beautiful. And it meant something to her as well. So it just shows you that they really do pull through for you whenever you need them to. You often stare out the window. No, not really. It sounds horrible, but I don't really care enough to know what my neighbours is doing to be looking out the window. So I don't. Okay. Okay, Charlotte. Again, if you can just answer me as quickly as possible, that would be fantastic. I feel like there's a new venture coming up for you. And when I say venture, I'm thinking I want to go down like a business route. So if this doesn't make sense, let me know if this makes sense, because if it doesn't make sense, then I need to relook at these. But it's showing me like an offer of I want to say like a new business or a new new way of making money. Does that make sense, Charlotte? Yes, okay. As long as it makes sense to you, because the way they're showing me it isn't normally how I see it, so that's why I said if you couldn't take it, to let me know and I'll relook at it. But what they're showing me is at the minute you're like, okay, don't feed me any information, let me tell you. What I'm being shown is that you're kind of half in, half out at the minute. You're half of you's getting excited and half of you's kind of worried what the outcome of it will be. But what I'm being told is you have to have the courage and take that leap of faith. And I feel like once you do take that leap of faith, there'll be a great transformation within you. You know, I feel like this is something that's going to transform not only your life but your partner's life as well. It's going to enrich it, and it's nearly like the last piece of the puzzle, like something that you've been looking for. It's also telling me that I don't know, I'm not seeing what the business is to do about, but it's like, what do I say this? Like it's I want to inspire people, so I don't know if it's something to do with artistic work or catering, or you know, I want to do something with this no, okay, bear with me a wee minute or two, because I'm not saying this how I can't get into words what I want to say. What I'm being shown is that I want to inspire people. So with whatever this business is, I want people to look at it and go, oh wow, that's brilliant, or that, you know, the way it's presented is brilliant, or really be taken aback by how much detail and thought has went into it. Does that make sense to you? Because I know I'm not probably saying it very well. I'm kind of tongue-tied on that card. I can't get across you understand, as long as you understand, because the card that's showing me is an inspiration. The card of inspiration is a bit wishy-washy. It's not that you have to nearly guide yourself on it, if you know what I mean. What they're telling me is, you know, you really want to have the wow factor where people look at it and they're inspired by it. but I really see this as being a more personal transformation for yourself. I feel like this is something that you really need to do. I feel like this has been something that you've been sitting back, kind of waiting for the opportunity to do it. And it's telling me the time is right now for you to be doing that. So, you know, whatever you have been talking about, and now's the time, I feel, to put that into plan. So it is. Do you understand? Is that all making sense to you? Yeah, as long as you can take it, Charlotte, because that felt a bit wishy-washy there with that inspiration card, because I wasn't quite sure where they were going with that. But I feel that it's more you who will go through this transformation. You know, once you stop having half a foot in, half a foot out, once you finally make a commitment and say, yes, we're going to do this, the transformation in you is going to be unbelievable. You're going to become so much more confident. You're going to feel better about yourself. Even down to, you know, shouldn't matter about your looks and all the rest of it, but I feel like you're going to look better. You're going to feel better. You know, you really are going to put your heart and soul into this and make it something brilliant, and it's going to be truly the making of you. So it is. So all the things are in line at the minute, saying do this. This is something that's going to be very positive for you. And again, at the minute, I'm asking if there's any spirit messages, and there's nothing coming through at the minute. So what I want to do for you, Charlotte, is pull a message from the angels to see if we can get any spirits to come in. They're a bit shy tonight by the looks of it. I was going to say, is he there? But he is there. I can see him. So it's not as if he's not. I'm talking about my spirit guide, by the way. But I'm going to say he is there. So it's not as if he's not hanging about. I'm not reading the whole deck, so just give me one for her, please. Do we see if we can get some spirit to come through? Because sometimes, you know, the other night I had 3 messages back to back that were just card readings, and I came off thinking to myself, that was really bad tonight, you know, no spirit came through. And I ended up having conversations the whole night through with these 3 people who, in the end, could take so much out of just the card reading that it completely changed their viewpoint. And one lady, it completely changed her life, I want to say. I had a really full-on conversation with her nearly the whole night. The card that has come out for you, Charlotte, is Teresa, and it says, time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. And I feel like this has come in with what I'm saying about this business venture. You know, you've been putting everything on hold, waiting for everything to be in line with everybody else. You've got to stop that. Now is your time. Now is your time to do what you want to do, and your time to shine. So I say, I can't tell people what to do. I only give advice. But what I'm saying to you is, if it was me, I'd be grabbing it with both hands, because this is going to make such a difference to your life. It really is. I'm asking Spirit to step forward for me, Charlotte. And with that, I have a ladies Charlotte coming through. If you can listen to me, Charlotte, and try and get back to me as quick as possible, because if spirit comes through, they'll only stay as long as you keep talking to me. I've got a lovely lady coming through. This lady's telling me, this lady's telling me, Charlotte, that she passed quite recently. Now, recently to me can be anything up to a few years. It doesn't have to be like weeks. They still view recently as anything up to a few years ago. She's also telling me, she's showing me a pink ribbon, which is usually my sign for cancer of some sort. Charlotte, does that make sense to you, honey? Possibly. Okay. Usually it means breast cancer, but she's not making me feel like I've got it on my breast at the minute, so it's possible that that's what it is, but at the minute she's not. She's just showing, she's just shown me a pink ribbon, which I say means personally to me means cancer. She's saying she fought hard in this battle, so she is. She had quite a lot of treatment, is what she's telling me. This lady's telling me she had quite a lot of treatment, Charlotte. Is that right? But in the end, you know, it wasn't enough. No. This lady's definitely showing me she's had treatment, so can we just have a think? Okay, yes, as long as you can take that. The lady who's crossed over from cancer could be talking about the lady who's here now. What I'm seeing is somebody they've gone through an awful lot of treatment, but I feel like you know, they've nearly fought as hard as they can, and it's not doing any good. Yeah. But the lady who's crossed over from the cancer, I don't know whether there's a mum involved here. I don't know whether mum is one who has passed over or mum is who is in the situation at the minute, but there's a mum involved around here. Or she is a mum. Because she's shouting the word mum at me. If you could all just hold your conversation for just a wee minute, because this lady is giving me both mums, okay? Because this lady's giving me very PC information, so she's shouting mum at me. The lady who's passed over as well, usually whenever they give me a flower, I can't tell what the flower is, but I know what this flower is. She's given me a pink carnation. this lady who's passed over, not the one who's sick at the minute, the one who's passed over, is wanting to give you a pink carnation. Does that mean anything to you, Charlotte? But the mum passed. It wasn't cancer and passed a long time ago. Yes, you can take the pink carnation. Okay, as I say, you're going to have to work with me to piece this together, because they're giving me so much information at once about different people. Normally when I get somebody coming in, they just come in with one person, and I'm getting quite a lot of information here about different people. So I apologise here, because normally what I do is I would tell you to write it down or something, because that's what I'm doing as I'm going along here. But the lady who has passed over is definitely giving me a pink carnation. You've got a lot of loved ones that have passed. I can feel that. It's nearly like there's a queue of them, but she's nearly trying to give me too much information at once, and I can't, I don't know what information belongs to her and what information belongs to other people. So that's why have you been round lately, the lady who has cancer now, who has had treatment, have you been round her recently? Yes, she's shown me that you've been round this lady recently. It's just her way of trying to prove to me that she's here and that what she's telling me is true. But I'm trying to say to her, can she give me relative information to herself so that I can get who she is instead of a whole lot of other people. She's saying this lady that you've been round recently has had an awful lot of treatment and is very poorly. The treatment isn't really working, and she feels, the lady who's still earthbound feels nearly like, she's fought enough. She doesn't want to fight anymore. And I feel like she's said this to you as well. I feel like she's made this clear to you, that she feels like she's fought a good fight and she can't fight anymore. I feel like she feels like she's had enough now. Yes, and I also want to say to you, the lady who has passed over from the cancer, who was giving you the pink carnation, wants you to know that, and I don't predict anything, so I'm not telling you she's going to pass over anytime soon, but the lady who already is passed over, just wants you to know and have the comfort that she will be there when the time comes to be with her when she crosses over. That there's plenty of loved ones on the other side waiting for her. She won't be alone. She won't be on her own when she crosses over. There's a family of people waiting for her. And even though the people here earthbound will be sad, of course they'll be sad, they'll be devastated if anything happens to her, but the family on the other side are standing ready and rejoicing in the fact that they'll have her back again. And I know that's hard to hear, because nobody wants to hear that any of their loved ones are going to pass away, or are not for this world for a long time. But the fact that there's a family there waiting, wanting you to know that they're waiting for her, and it's a message of such love for me. So it is, because they're wanting to reassure you that, you know, as sad as it will be for everybody here, she is so loved, and yeah, she's so loved, and everybody is waiting with open arms to reunite with her again. And again, this lady is letting me know with this business venture, she's wanting you to know that she's proud of you. And she's saying again, you know, go for your heart's desire. Don't let anything stand. You know, you've seen how harsh life can be, is what she's saying. You've seen how harsh life can be, and what pains that we have to go through. She says, when you get the chance of something good, she says, go for it. And I firmly believe that's all to do with this business venture. She's like rubber stamping it for you. She's telling you, you know, sit down with your partner again and make plans, proper plans for it, because it is for you. She says, don't be letting it pass you by. I feel like that was quite a very powerful, I've never had that before. I think that's quite a powerful meaning behind that tonight, that they want you to know that there's this family of people ready to greet somebody who will pass over. And for me, myself, as a medium, that is beyond my wildest expectations. You know, if I thought that kind of family was waiting for me to come, you know, because I'm not just talking about one or two, I can feel like she's got a proper party waiting on her. And if I thought for 1 minute that I was going to have all that, if I thought for 1 minute I was going to have people like that waiting for me, I would be over the moon. That doesn't sound right whenever you're talking about somebody dying, but I would be so comforted, and so I think less afraid to die as well, by the thought that all these people were there to greet me. I think that would take the fear out of death, nearly, knowing that these people are there to greet you. So yeah, for me, that is a powerful message for me, never minding you, because I have learnt something out of that tonight. So I have, that it's not just one person who's there to greet you. She's going to have a family full of people there to greet her, and that is wonderful. That there's nothing anymore anybody could ask for any more than that. It is absolutely unbelievable, and I leave their love with you, Charlotte. That was an absolute pleasure to read for you tonight, because I learnt from that. So I did. That meant a lot to me, personally. Hi, Michelle. Emma, darling, I was so engrossed in that reading, I wasn't paying attention. Was there anybody else new? You're so welcome, Charlotte. It was a pleasure. Hi, Michelle. There's a bit of my nail has broken. It is proper doing my head in. Julian Mackin. Julian Mackin, if you're still here, can you put a message in to let me know that you're Jenny Robertson. Yeah, Julian Macken. Okay. Okay, Julian. We will see what we get for you, sweetheart. Again, if you can, anybody that's had a reading tonight, if they can go on to the main page for me, to the reviews bit, and leave a review for me, that would be fantastic. Just means the page gets noticed by people that are... Yeah, that was a lovely reading. It really was. That touched my heart, so it did. I really enjoyed giving that reading. It took me a wee minute or two to get it out, but the message behind it was absolutely gorgeous. Julian. Might have to change cards because these ones aren't... oh, I'll say that. I'll do that every time. There's 13 on tonight. I thought there would have been less on, to be honest. I thought everybody would have been watching the Jubilee. I started to watch it and then I got fed up with it. So I did. Okay, Julian. My nose is very itchy tonight. I hope I'm not going to be fighting with anybody. Straight away, Julian, with you, I feel as if I need to bring a lot of healing in. I feel as if you're going through a situation at the minute that requires a lot of healing. I feel like there's been a lot of tears shed recently. Does that make sense, Julian? Is Julian a boy or a girl? Just so that I know, because I can't tell by the... I'm sorry, but I can't tell by the name. Is that a boy or a man or a lady? You're a girl, okay. Okay. I feel like there's a lot of healing needs to come in around you. I feel like there's a situation that is ongoing with you at the minute where there's been a lot of tears shed. Does that make sense? Okay. Don't feed me any more information, honey. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of healing that needs to come your way. But what I'm being shown is that there is healing coming for you. At the minute, they're trying to find a balance of the correct, I want to say the correct treatments or whatever to give you. I feel like that's something that they're doing at the minute. They're taking a look at, the doctors are taking a look at what's going on at the minute. You're down next, Jenny. Can you just hang fire with your messaging so that I can speak to Julianne? I feel like they're trying to find balance at the minute of what is the correct way to proceed with you. Is there an anniversary coming up as well? Is what I'm being. I'm going to put the cards to the side because I feel like I've got Spirit with me. They're not making themselves known yet quite who it is, but I feel like there's an anniversary coming up. Does that make sense? Yes. They're telling me this anniversary was in June. I feel like I want to go to today. So they're taking me back. Yeah, today. They're taking me back. I feel like this is recently, so they're taking me back. They're taking me back this time today. I want to say within the last year or two. I feel this is quite recent. I feel like this passing was quite recent because they're wanting me to go back quite recently to I keep wanting to say a year ago today. So does that make sense? A year ago today. And I'm starting to heat up, so that's how I know I'm on the right track here. Excuse me, but I have to take this cardigan off for a minute or two because I'm going to parboil here a minute. Just make sure I'm decent here. Yeah, they're having me say a year ago to... No. Is there something a year ago today? I want to definitely go back to a year ago today. So either something was done in their memory or something special was done a year ago today. They're making me draw round it in a box. So can you think back to a year ago today? Because they've had me write down a year ago today and they're making me draw round it, which usually means that it's significant. My birthday, he was with me last year. Okay. He's okay. He's having me draw round a year ago today, so he wants me to acknowledge the event. So he is. I feel like he died quite quickly as well, Julian. Does that make sense? It's making me feel like he was here and then he was gone. Yes. He's making me feel like I'm here and then I'm suddenly, like he's clicking his fingers, like I'm here and then I'm gone. don't know if this is something that he did or because he's referencing like a business, so I don't know if he was like a businessman or but I want to be wearing like a shirt and tie and trousers when I'm going to work or whatever. Show me a shirt and tie and trousers, Julian, so I have to stick with what he's showing me, so I need to stick with that for a wee minute or two. Because if he's not, it looked like he was going to a business meeting or something, but if that's not, if you're saying that he didn't, a shirt and a pair of jeans and boots. No, I can see a tie, honey. Was he buried with a tie on? Did he have a shirt and tie on when he was buried? He's definitely shown me a shirt and tie. He literally looks like he could be going to a business meeting. That's why I said to you about was he a businessman? Because he's literally shown me no. There's something to do with shirt and tie. I'm going to keep that to the side at the minute and come back to that, because he's making me go over it and over it, so he's making me feel like it's important, so it's maybe something that's not coming into your mind just at the minute. The last shirt and tie he wore was at my wedding. Well, that could be okay. That could be significant. He's making me feel like he's like quite classy, like businessman-y, going, you know, he's quite pleased with the way he's looking. And he's sticking with that. Like he's not showing me the way you're saying, with a shirt and a pair of jeans and boots on. Like he wants me to see him with this shirt and tie and trousers on, so he does. It could be that he possibly just thought he looked pretty good at that point, but there's usually a reason why they keep referencing to that. So as I say, I'll put it to the side, that bit at the minute, and maybe as I go on talking to him, he'll come back to it and tell me what the reference is with it. Will you ask him why did he leave me, please? I can ask him, Julian, but he might not tell me, honey. You know, they tell me what they want me to know, not necessarily what you want to know. I feel like he's saying that there were signs that he left signs, is what he's showing me. I've no idea, because he's not showing me how he passed, but he's saying like he left signs that Does that make sense? Yes, he's saying there were signs that he was going to go. I don't want to go into too much detail because I'm on a live here, Gillian, but this wasn't an accident, was it? This was intentional. I feel like this was intentional. Yeah. Okay, that the shirt and tie and trousers is making sense to me now, that he's brought that bit through. What I want to say is, I don't know if there was money problems or he had money worries or he'd got in over his head with like business problems and stuff to do with money. I know you're saying no to me, but he's literally, and the ones on here will know that he's making me go over and over and over. So I feel like if this isn't making sense to you at the minute, maybe hang on to it and look into it for me, because I'm feeling like there definitely was something to do with money that wasn't right. Okay, you're saying yes and no to different things, and I don't know what you're saying yes and no to now. But what he's shown me is that there was definitely something to do with money that wasn't right. But he is saying that he left signs. You know, he tried to show people that things weren't right. He's saying that he did leave signs that of his intentions. Can we give Julian some love here, please? Because I feel like this is a very personal and something very private, and I'm not comfortable going into this in great detail on a live. But I do feel like it's something that Julian needs a lot of love over, because I feel like her heart can't heal from this, and she's going through everything that she's going through for herself, and she needs a lot of healing for herself, and yet she can't heal because she's got this burden of the passing of her partner as well. He maybe never left you no signs, Gillian, but he did leave signs as to the fact that he was, I do believe that he left signs as to the fact that he was struggling, and that people around may have picked up on those, but not enough to have stopped what happened. I'm gonna give you a message from the Angels card. I do feel there is healing coming in for yourself though, Julian. So there is, yeah, please send a lot of love and healing, because I do feel there is healing coming in for Julian. I say, and as for the rest, if I'm definitely not comfortable about talking about that on a live, but because I know it was his intention not to be here. I'm asking him to give you an angel message card. Is she still with me? Is she still with me? Yes. Every time I want to pull a card, he's still on. Okay, your card is the Archangel Michael. I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. And that just means that Archangel Michael is coming in around you to, give you the courage and the healing to take the next steps that you have to take. You've got a journey of your own health to go on now, and you need to focus on that. And that is a big thing. You've got a big fight on your hands, and you need to be in your best frame of mind to do that. You have to stop worrying about the whys and what ifs. You're not going to be able to change that, unfortunately, honey. I am sending you massive healing on all of our love on here tonight. I'm going to leave his love with you, because I do feel that he did love you. There's no doubt about that. He had great love for you, and I do want to leave his love with you. And with that, I'll leave that with you, Julianne. If that in any way resonated with you tonight, I'd be very grateful if you could leave a bit of a review on the main page. And if you didn't feel it was right for you, then, again, don't be doing something that you don't feel unless it felt right to you. But I do feel like he's telling you, to get your strength gathered for yourself. Because you need to move on with that. And with that, I'm going to move on, if that's okay. Jenny Robertson. He's round you, honey. He totally knows that you love him. He watches over you, and he can see, you can talk to him because he's not gone from you. You maybe physically can't see you, but he's not totally upped and left you, he is around you. But I do feel there's a bigger story there with that. So there is, my heart does go out to you, usually, and then I will be sending healing and prayers tonight. When I go to bed, I do have a prayer list, and you definitely will be on it tonight. And I've totally forgotten now who. Oh, Jenny, yeah, Jenny Robertson. Oh, excuse me 2 minutes. My legs are sore. They're cramped up. Jenny Robertson. Is Jenny on? Jenny, if you can give me a hello just to let me know. Thank you very much for your reading. Look forward to... Oh, are you the person that's booked in for the private reading? Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't... when I come on here, names and things, I'm absolutely hopeless. Yeah, no problem. If you're booked in with a private reading tomorrow, we'll go further into that then. I didn't realise that was yourself who had booked the private reading. We will 100% talk more about that then tomorrow. Because when it's one-on-one, I don't mind going into more detail then. As I said, I didn't realise that was you that had booked in. Just whenever you're saying that, I need to make sure I write it down, because I'm going to change these cards because they keep throwing me out the same ones. Is Jenny still with me? I'm going to change my cards, Jenny, because I don't... They're throwing me out the same ones, and when they're doing that, they're telling me it's time to stop, so I'll change cards. Yeah, I don't see Jenny, so I need Jenny to put in that she's here, or else I'll move on. To be honest, I'm still reeling a wee bit from the... See, this is how bad my memory is. I can't even remember what the lady's name was before. The fact that so many family members can be waiting for you with excitement, and that sounds really bad, that people are waiting in excitement with you to pass over. But these people genuinely were waiting with open arms. That kind of blew me away a wee bit, that never seen that before. Is Jenny here? Because if Jenny's not here, then I'm going to have to pass her. Was there anybody else on the list? Because if there wasn't anybody else on the list, I'll probably stop reading cards and just chat to you for a minute or two. Just felt quite heavy readings tonight. So they did. Not new, but others. Was there anybody, Emma, that I haven't read for a long time? Anybody that stands out? Otherwise, I'll just chat to you, because those were quite heavy readings tonight. Kind of surprised myself, you know, I wasn't going to come on tonight, so Jenny's here. It's okay. Jenny's here. Just suddenly got Jenny. Okay. Okay, I've got Jenny. It's okay. I've got Jenny. I know some people are probably still watching the Jubilee thing as well, which is totally understandable. Yeah, this past couple of nights, Paul, even though not necessarily spirit hasn't necessarily come through, I feel like the 3 readings I did the other night, I literally was on Messenger with those people for a good part of the night. Just helping them through their stories. Yeah, I feel like this week has been a week for really like hard-hitting messages. It's not necessarily been about spirit coming through. It's been about people needing to hear some home truths. And whenever I do this reading, while I'm on the subject of home truths, I'll have a chat with you. Yeah, some very, very strong messages. The cards are just not playing ball with me tonight at all. I'm going to change cards again, Jenny. Sorry about this, but I can't get cards to work with me tonight. I read recently for you, Tracy. If I've read recently, I tend to try and wait a wee bit before I read again. Otherwise, you're just going to get the same message come out. Okay, Jenny. Right, is Jenny still with me? Sorry about that, Jenny, but it took me a minute or two to get, okay. I feel like this is another strong message coming through here for Jenny. Is Jenny still with me? Yeah, Jenny, I feel like I want to be going into battle here. I feel like this probably will be my last one tonight, Emma. But if you keep the names of whoever was looking for the next night, then I will do it the next night. But I feel like this is my last one for tonight. Jenny, I feel like what I'm nearly doing here is I'm going into battle. I feel like I'm getting myself geared up to go into battle. And why I'm saying that is because I feel like feel like I've been backed into a corner over something. And I'm having to come out and defend myself. Does that make sense to you, Jenny? Yeah, okay. There's three females involved in this, Jenny. I'm getting the sense of 3 females. So I don't know if that's you included, but there seems to be 3 females in this, and possibly 1 male. Are we on a go slow again, or is it just me? Yes, okay. I feel like these are the ones that are backing you into the corner. But I also feel as if there's been somebody who has been giving you what you think is advice in the background. This person is coming to you with what is, I want to say what seems like advice to you. But what I'm being shown here is this isn't necessarily trustworthy. I feel like there's a lot of bitching going on around you, Jenny, and that I don't know what other word to use other than say that. I feel like there's a lot of people are talking in corners and saying things, and you know what they're telling you isn't necessarily what they're doing behind your back, kind of thing. I can't see. Can somebody put a thumbs up or something? Because I'm literally froze here. I can't see if there's anybody commenting or. Okay, I can see Nikki. Is Jenny? That makes sense to you. Okay. Yeah, it's showing me, Jenny, that this person who is offering advice, be very wary of them, because they're not offering advice to you for the good of you. They're going back to these people who have nearly backed you into that corner. I feel like they're all in this together, is what I want to say. It feels very playgroundy, childishy kind of behaviour. Because I want to, it's making me feel like they're bullying you. If that makes sense, Jenny. That's good, as long as you can take what it means, honey. What I want to say to you is, it's never okay to let somebody bully you. And it's never okay to be bullied. You need to stand up for yourself, and let your voice be heard. These people are only showing themselves up to be the kind, you know, you're so much better than this, you can lift yourself up above this. They're just showing themselves for who they really are. And you're so much better than this, you know, so lift yourself up out of that, and don't get caught up in their childish games. Because I do see that they're trying to back you into a corner. And you've literally got to come out of that corner fighting, Jenny. You really do. You've got to come out of that corner fighting and show them that you're totally a person in your own rights, and that you're not going to take their nonsense, because what they're doing is harming you. Oh, darling, okay. Night night, Sky, darling. I'll talk to you in the morning. I will talk to you in the morning, sweetheart. You get yourself to your bed. Janet, I hope you can take this, honey, because these people are really just trying to do you harm, and they're trying to pull you down. And I want to say, lift yourself out of this, because you're so much better than their negativity and their what they're trying to tell you and what they're trying to do to you. Life will get so much better once you get these people out of your life. I hope that makes sense to you, Jenny. And what I want to do is pull you a wee angel message card if you're still with me. I can't see if you're still with me, because I don't know what's wrong with the comments. They've gone totally like they're frozen. They keep doing that now. Okay, I'm going to pull you an angel message card, Jenny. Get rid of these people out of your life, honey. As I say, my speech to you every time I come on is that I give advice. I don't tell you what to do, but in this case I really want to tell you what to do. I want to tell you, get them out of your life, because they're not serving a good purpose in it. They're only trying to bring you down, and that is no way for somebody to live their life. Half the deck. Keep trying to throw half the deck. Just one more. One, please. Thank you. The card has come out, Jenny. I don't know if this will resonate with you or not, because I don't know your situation, but what it's telling me is your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for by God and the angels. So I don't know if that's a question that you've been wondering or thinking about, or whether you've got children here or children spirit bound. But the card that came out for you was Opal, to let you know that children on earth and in heaven are happy and well and cared for by God and the angels. And that was your angel message card. If that meant anything to you, as I said before, I'd be really grateful if you could leave a review on the main page for me. While I've got these angel answer cards, I'll pull an angel answer card for anybody if they want one very quickly. But I'm not pulling any more cards of any other kind. But I will pull a few angel answer cards if anybody wants them. Got no children in heaven. Have you got your children earth side, honey? Have you got children earth side, Jenny? Joanne. These are just wee quick messages from your no. Okay. These are just wee quick messages. I'm doing this one for Joanne. I'm not doing like a dozen, so I'll just pick a couple of people and that'll be it. Jenny, it can be somebody that's round you, honey, if it's not you. So I don't know if there's somebody around you that's lost baby or has children, but it doesn't necessarily have to be just for you. It can be somebody else that's perhaps worrying about it, or it's in their mind at the minute. The cards are not playing. That's why I think, Joanne, this will be my last card. You've got Merlina, Joanne. You are confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Joanne, I don't know if that makes sense to you, but the card is Merlina, and the writing is, you are confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. I thought I'm going to leave the cards because I feel like tonight I'm getting quite drained. I feel like I'm being drained tonight. As long as that makes sense to you, Joanne. As I say, the angel, I know Jenny couldn't take that angel card that I pulled, but as I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be directly for her. It could be for somebody close, and that's the way that spirit messages work as well. You have to remember when spirit's coming in that it might not just be somebody directly linked to you. It could be somebody 4 or 5 doors down, if you know what I mean. Night night, Anne, honey. What I do want to address is a lot of you might have seen a post that I put up earlier on the page. You're welcome, Joanne. I'll not pretend that I know who your family is, because when I'm reading, I couldn't even tell you who I've read for, and that's being honest. It just goes completely out of my mind after it. But what I do want to say is a lot of you will probably have noticed a post that I put up on the page earlier tonight about everybody being respectful to each other on the page. I want to explain that a wee bit. I don't want to rehash it or go into any great detail, but what I do want to say is there was a bit of a hoo-ha today over something that didn't need to be really made into what it was. I won't have any bullying on the page. I won't have any arguments or falling out. That's not what this page is for. If anything happens that you're not happy with, please message me straight off with it. You don't need to carry it to anybody else or tell anybody else. Bring it straight to me and I will deal with it. It doesn't have to be talked about round the doors and then it blow into something silly like it did today. This page was made specifically to have a family online who could support each other and be there for each other in good times and bad times, and I want that to stay like that, where people can feel like they have a safe place to come to, that they can talk to, that they feel like they can talk to me whenever they want to. I won't have people who have become really, really close to me run down. I just won't have that at all. I'm happy enough at the minute that it's sorted, but in future I will have no second thoughts about banning somebody from the page. I don't want to do that because I don't like doing that. But I will do if I feel that it's necessary. You're welcome, Joanne. As I say, this page was set up totally out of love, and that's how I feel for everybody that comes on the page. You know, I genuinely have a caring for everybody who comes on. I genuinely want to help the people that come on. Like I do a lot behind the scenes that people don't see, you know. I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet or, you know, big myself up or anything, but you know, I do a lot of work behind the scenes that nobody sees, to try and ensure that the people who I come into contact with have as good a life as possible. And that takes forms of many ways. I've been handing a lot of worry stones out to people at the minute. That seems to be my big thing at the minute. It seems to be reaching everybody worry stones. But I do that because I genuinely have a love for everybody who is on the page. So again, I just want to say, if there's any problems at all, please come directly to me. Talk to me about it. We'll try and sort it out. If we can't sort it out between ourselves, then I will go and see if I can sort it out through the wider page. But don't take it upon yourself to bring people into it that have no need to be brought into it. And I think that's all I want to really say on that matter. And kind of, yeah, well, today, Dawn, I honestly can say today was the first day where I really was like, I can't be coping with this, because this is like playground nonsense, and I can't be dealing with all that. I have a lot going on in my personal life that I don't share on here with everybody. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on in my own personal life, and I don't project that onto anybody else. I come on here and I do what I do because I love it. So I don't need anybody behind the scenes coming on and giving me a hard time about something that there's no need to be a hard time over. You know, what took 3 hours of constant messaging back and forward could have taken 5 minutes and been sorted and out of their way without any more bother or anything needing to be said about it. You're okay. But anyway, enough said about it. That is the position. If there's any problems, please come to me straight away. Don't go asking people on the team, because my team have been informed that their response is to be that they're not to be talking about anything. So you don't need to be asking them questions, because they're not going to be telling you anything. Because I have informed them today that the response is to be, I'm sorry, but we're not talking about it. Yeah, anyway, that's my rant over. So it is, basically. No, I'm not going to stop. Today, to be honest, night-night, Nikki, honey. Night-night, Sarah. To be honest, I'd been up all night. I had my wee grandson last night. He was really sick. I'd been up all night with my grandson. He was sick all morning, and I took him back to bed to try and settle him this afternoon. And all this kicked off while I was trying to settle him this afternoon. Bearing in mind that I've also got a daughter who is about to go into labour, so I can't switch my phone completely off. So the messages were going, and I thought it was her that the messages were for, because they were coming in so quick and one after the other. So I had this all going on. So yes, today there was for a minute or two that I actually did think I can't be doing this anymore, but I'm back and I'm not going to let it affect me anymore. I'm not referring, Melissa, I'm not getting at you in any way, pet. I'm sorry if that comes across that I am getting at you. I'm not getting at you in any way. I'm just saying that because of what's went on today, I've had to tell the team that if anybody asks at all, oh no, I'm really not getting at you, Melissa. I don't even know if you've been talking to anybody. I don't, we haven't been talking about that. My response, this was from this afternoon. I told them this afternoon that if anybody asks any more questions about this, that we're not discussing it, because you could go on for days and days and days over it. So you could, and I genuinely don't want involved in anybody else's fallouts. You know, if somebody's got a fallout with somebody else, that's well and good, but just don't be bringing me into it. You know, sort it out yourselves, just don't involve me in it. But no, Melissa, I really wasn't getting at you, pet, and if you thought I was, I'm really sorry, because I wasn't. So with that, as I say, I think we'll leave that there. Yeah, we're okay now. I had a long night last night. I was overtired. I was working with a sick child, and I then had those messages. So for a while I was quite annoyed, yes, but no, I'm okay now. Totally fine. I've worked too hard to build this page up, and I'm not going to let anybody bring it down. It's been hard work to get it. Yeah, tonight's readings were powerful. I really do feel like this past 2 or 3 times we've done readings, the messages that have come through have been really, really strong meanings to them. And that opens my eyes as well. As I say, that totally opened my eyes tonight, that so many people could be, standing waiting on one person to cross over. You generally think to yourself, oh, will such and such be there, or, will, I don't know, you kind of hope that one person will be there to see you cross over. But I genuinely could see like a family full of people waiting for this person to cross over. And that is so powerful to think that, that's the case, that you're going to see all these people again. That for me, yeah, Charlotte's reading that for me was a real eye-opener, so it was, and will actually make me think now of, whenever I am going forward with readings and things, that make me look a bit different at it, I think. Because before I generally even thought myself that it was, you'll have somebody there waiting for you to cross over. But wow, what a party it'll be, is what I, from what I see, if that's the way it is, what a party it'll be. And it nearly makes me not fear death, if that makes sense. But anyway, this conversation could go downhill very quickly, so I'm gonna say good night to everybody, and I will catch yous possibly tomorrow. I don't know. I will see what the form's like tomorrow. So night night everybody, and once again thanks for coming on and listening. Night night.